yourself.
All right, I think we are live. What's going on, everyone? Texas Cloud Town here with a bunch of friends, the good panel that I got here. Today we are going to be having not the vape stew, but the Texas vape chili. Because over here in Texas,
I love the name, bro. Love the name.
Oh yeah,
heck yeah!
Whip it in the pot, baby.
Oh yeah, and one of the reasons why I wanted to do this is because the first time I ever was on a live or went live or anything like that, I used to always watch them, but the first time I ever went live or anything was I was over there on Joel's channel. I think it was an Aftershow or Stan was sick or something like that, so he had to do the vape stew. And something I really wanted to do because, I mean, it was pretty cool for someone who was not a nobody, but someone who wasn't like all known and everything to be able to come on. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this. So I hope everyone on here enjoys it, and I hope everyone that is watching goes and follows all these people on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever all these people do. I hope y'all go follow them because, I mean, it helps them out with a good start, and it's just really nice to get back and let everyone or anyone come on here because all these people right here are my friends, and I talk to them pretty much on a daily, but most of those people don't know that, so I would like to show y'all my friends. So we'll go with Shane. Show us what you are vaping on.
All right, hey everybody, thanks for having me on. First
Hey,
off,
Shane.
I got the I'm at a loss for words. The Shogun with the Profile Unity. In there, I got the Nilakilla by Paradigm, and I got the Just Right edition of the MDX with the Dead Goat on top. In there, got that Sad Boy Shamrock Cookie and the Dreamer Axial combo.
Dude.
That's pretty much my everyday vape. I know, I love that one. And in there, I got the Merge transmission.
Of course you do.
That's what I got
Dude.
going tonight.
Always with the merge, bro.
That
Yeah, I
merge,
know.
With the merge.
Every day, man.
Pass it off to whoever you want.
Let's see. I'll pass it off to Jacoby.
What's up, everybody? I'm just going to say this is my first YouTube live stream.
Popping
Yay,
cherries,
popping
y'all.
his
We
cherry.
popping cherries. Woo!
So we'll just go from there. So like Shane, I'm also rocking the Mr. Just Right One Unicorn MDX. Sitting on top, I got the QP Designs Fatality M25 with some lemon meringue pie from Coastal
Dude,
Clouds.
I got to try that.
Oh, it's so good. Then I got another unicorn, black brass with the Rebirth RTA sitting on top with some killer custard sitting in there.
Tanks on
And then
two.
lastly, yep. All right.
But they are
These-
hybrid safe.
Protruding 510,
Yes.
hybrid safe.
Yeah.
Do not put a sub-ohm tank on your mechanical tubes, guys. Do not do it. You're asking for
No.
trouble. Don't do it. Okay, continue.
And then last one is the Stratum Zero with the K-Fun Prime on there. Sitting in there, I'm rocking some of that 12 milligram Baker Vapor Center Crunch from a
Wait, I gotta go change my pants after that setup, dude. That's sexy.
This isn't the high-end vape form, my friend.
It's just one. It's just one.
All right,
Very
Jacoby,
good.
pass it off to whoever you want, man.
I'm going to pass it off to E. Go ahead, E.
Oh, hey everyone. I'm E the Everyday Vapor. I actually own Grindhouse.
Yeah, you do.
Toronto. The
Yes.
liquid. Tonight I just have my Aegis with a free max on top. Inside of here, it's Mark Close, Whipped Witch.
Oh, yes, dude.
Oh,
Mm.
got that whipped witch life.
Oh, that witch's brew, bro.
Witch's brew, and obviously my Orion, and in there I got Aqua Salts. It's Oasis, which is a peach, cantaloupe, and papaya. I believe.
Papaya, yep.
Interesting.
Oh, dude, that sounds good.
Yeah, pretty dang. All right, so I will send it off to. Why don't we go with Sean?
Hey, all right. I'm gonna spare everybody the focus button today because if you tuned into the green room just about hour ago, you already saw these. We got that Warlock's hammer from Mr. Mark Clough and the Gathering Vapor Lounge, my all-day ride or die mod, and in that is the Spiked Chai by 62 Distribution. Following that up with the gear on the Tesla 85 Wii because it's perfect setup together, and Dragon Shake by Deep Cuts inside of that. Trust me, guys, if you don't believe me, watch my review. Deep Cuts Dragon Shake shines in like a single coil setup like the gear. It's fantastic. And then I'm going to join the Cool Kids Club tonight. And again, thank all of my stooges for the outstanding generosity for hooking it up with the Just Right edition, because that thing is just pure sexiness with the M Turk V2 on top, Turk coils inside, of course, and Psycho Crawler by Deep Cuts is inside. And me, I'm going to pass it to Mr. Mike. Vape. Uh-oh, Mike, I think you're muted, buddy. I don't hear you.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
There
Yes,
we go.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm Mike
bro.
Vape and Ape. I'm about to be doing a live stream called the Vape Corner Monday afternoons. So my setup, I got the H Cigar Wild Wolf with the Profile Unity on top. I love this setup. Let's see, Profile RDA on top of my Dreamer. Got my Rebirth RDA on top of my G-Box. This is running Sucker Punch from Humble Juice Company. Not everybody's favorite setup because of the overhang, but I love it. The Reverie on top of the Noisy Cricket.
Bro, the OG too.
Oh, I love that setup. You know that, James.
Dude, that thing rips.
Oh, single coil, 0.65 build in it. And
You're crazy, man.
Look at that.
I love that
Dang.
setup. And I have
I
the
thought I was
Athena
badass running a
RDA.
0.12.
I have my Athena RDA on top of my Warlock's hammer right now. I just finished building this.
Dude.
And this is a local company. This is Game of Ohms Kingdom. It is a caramel custard. It is awesome. I love this juice.
5 points for the play on words with the name. I like that.
Game of Ohms. I think a whole bunch of people are going to
Game
be
of
doing that.
Ohms.
That's clever as
Yeah.
hell.
So I believe everyone has went. Yep, everyone's
Me?
went.
Wait,
Oh, go ahead.
Wait,
James,
James,
go.
pass
I
up
vape-
James. I'm sorry.
I
I'm sorry.
vape on things too sometimes.
We know what
Oh, wait,
you know what you
yeah,
have.
we already know, buddy.
Yeah, you guys know who I am, probably, maybe. I don't know. I'm Frank Janklin Vapor. You guys probably caught me, like Sean said, like less than an hour ago over on the green room. I have 3 setups sitting here in front of me. I'll show them to you, but I'm only really vaping on one.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, because you guys probably seen these in the green room, but I got the 1 Gen M mechanical 18650 Squonker solid silver with the Hellfire Sentinel on top. Inside, I've got some of that ever so delicious Tango Melon by Transistor. Transistor juices are just amazing. I like almost everything that I've tried from Transistor, to be honest. Also got my Warlock's Dagger dual 18650 parallel, workhorse. I take this with me to work like on the daily. This is just like one of my daily bangers with the Ocula on top, that new from Twisted Messes and Ogvape. I've been really digging this. Review will be coming up on my channel on Wednesday for you guys if you guys want to check that out. Inside of that, I have, what do I have in this? Oh, I know what I got in this. Since the man himself is here, responsible for this ever so delicious juice, that Grindhouse Americano. If you guys haven't got some and tried this stuff yet, you're sleeping. Like, this stuff is by far the best coffee juice
in the game.
hands down. Like, it's spot on, and like I can't wait till fall till he releases his pumpkin spice one. So I've been having to make my own. I just been mixing a little bit of pumpkin from Guardian Angel Vapor. It's a pumpkin cheesecake cupcake, and it's working for now until I can get a hold of that other one. But in all actuality, guys, this is what I'm vaping on tonight. #Shed Time. This is my Monarch from Aspen Mod Co. Named Shed Time that I was blessed with from my fellow Ohmies. If you guys haven't checked out Vape with the Ohmies, that's a live stream I do on Mondays on their own channel starting this Monday, guys. So if you guys want to go subscribe, that'll be dope. We're trying to get 100 subs, and we'll be giving away some juice if we make that happen by Monday. So yeah,
get you some IV.
Get you some.
Thanks, James. I don't need any Viagra now after looking at that.
Right. On top, I got that Turk V2, one of my new favorites right now with, of course, a DHD chop top tip on top because DHD drip tips are life. And inside, some Turkception, as I said, on the green room because, I got some Turkish blend inside the Turk V2. And this is probably the most glorious vape I've had. Got some N90 aliens from my man Coil Image. Shout out to Coil Image. He makes some banging coils. Go check him out on Instagram, guys, because the dude does some amazing work. Shout outs to you, Jimmy, bro, because, dude, this is like an amazing vape. And I'm just going to sit here and just vape my face off now. So I'm going to pass it to Michelle since she just hopped in.
I'm not really here right now.
The lady, the legend, the myth, Michelle Duldime.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, son. And I have my other son, Amish, in chat. Are we doing Vape-a-phase?
Yep.
Yeah, we're doing what vapey things we vape stuff on.
Okay. Because, me, and chat won't understand. Maybe they will. I'm at like a 9, so I'm good. What am I vaping on? I'm vaping on... Can't show what I'm vaping on the top. I'm vaping on my what was this? A Joytech what were these things called?
Is it the Evic?
Yeah, like mini.
The
whatever.
Evic Mini?
Yeah, that's what I'm using that right now. I am vaping. And not really other than that, it's just like 3 things.
And in that case, I'm also on one more.
Yeah, you are. I've got my PWM Dull Dime.
Noisy fucker.
Yes.
Noisy fucker 2. And I am vaping
2.0.
on. This is my Monarch mod with everything I'm showing today has a TM24 on it. The first one had a Trinity cap, right? And these have Eclipse caps. They're banging. I love them. I love this mod. I love the meaning behind the mod. I love the name of it. It's my son's name. Honestly, I just want to cry every time I fucking pick it up.
I know the feeling.
Right, dude? And the last thing I'm vaping on is the one that never leaves my hand, and that's my dual parallel, dual MOSFET.
Honestly, that's my favorite one.
It's kind of my favorite right now. And with an Eclipse cap on it.
No, but you gotta show them the button though.
That button, though.
That button, though.
That button.
It's got a dime on it, y'all.
Fuck yeah. It's got a dime on it. It's got a dull dime on
now
it.
Now that is a dull dime.
Yeah, that dime lived in my...
Hashtag.
Fuck, I can't really say what it lived in. Fuck. All right, never mind. Never mind.
Let's not take my mind there, Michelle. We already know it's already there.
Yeah, dude, your mind's always there. Come on.
Yeah, but you love me.
I love all you guys.
So what you got, Jay?
All right. So first one I have is I got my Apocalypse 25 on top of this Sexy Purge.
Wow.
And I want to give a huge shout out to my fiance and one of my best friends. She told him to invite me over at night to hang out with him so that way she could figure out what she could spend her money on for my birthday. And this is what she bought me. And it has the stack section and the top cap for the Purge RDA and everything. So this is just something I've really loved. And as you can see, it's like purple, blue, green. And
yeah, dude, got that chameleon coat.
Oh, yeah. And I think it's called Stingray for this one. But it's a color. So
dude,
I've really been loving this.
I think Vapor Swaggins, who's in the chat, has that very same mod.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he does. Inside that, this morning I had some Psycho Kriller in it. but I actually put that in a different RDA. So now I have some Sad Boy strawberry cookie jam. And next, I have my Turk V2 on top of my Saint mod that is kind of patining. I really want to get this thing patinaed a lot, but it's getting there. And inside that, I got some Sad Boy Shamrock cookie, one of Shane Oakley's
Dude,
favorites.
living that sad boy life, bro.
Man,
Dude, I haven't been
Yes.
got to get off it.
so good.
But the only
That
thing that's got
butter
me off
cookie,
it
though.
lately is,
That's still made in Philly, right?
yeah, it's still made in Philly. But the only thing that's got me off of Sad Boy lately is Mr. Deep Cuts.
Dude, Dragon Shake, bro.
Eric's been killing it. And thank you, Sean, for the recommendation on the gear. I've been loving it. And that's inside the gear on top of the Coil Art D Pro 133 box. And then I guess I got one more. I got the Anarchist Riot on top of the Kennedy just because I didn't have anything else to set it on or I forgot everything else. And inside that, I got the Psychocrilla from Deep Cuts.
Nice.
And that's what I've been vaping on these last couple of days. And the main one has been this one. I haven't been able to set this down. I've still been taking it to work, and I've really been very weary about taking it to work. Don't want to because I don't want to mess it up. But
dude, it's hard not to put them down sometimes, right?
oh yeah.
Fact. I mean, this hasn't left my hand
Yeah, I think is badass.
every day since
Dude.
it came into my possession.
They are sick, bro.
Yeah.
I'm really
I'm the-
digging these red knurled. Dude, like personally, like I've always kind of liked the look of a knurled too, but I was just like, I don't know how I feel about it in my hand. And honestly, I kind of dig it, bro. Like
Oh,
it gives
yeah.
you that little extra grip, you know what I mean? Little texture, you know, kind of breaks up just the solid, you know, line of a straight tube.
Yeah.
What's
Well,
sick too?
naturally,
is
all guys, our hands are naturally this way anyway, for obvious reasons.
Mike, that's what I was thinking the whole time he was describing what it felt like.
What's sick though is like when you look at the craftsmanship that Unicorn puts into this stuff, like the knurling matches so that when you look at your top cap and it's fully tightened down, it, you know, the lines in the knurling line up together. Your switch when tight lines up with everything. Like those threads are so freaking smooth. It's criminal. Like,
Hey, but how about the spring that comes in on like the stock? What, dude?
yo,
They
break
beefed
your
up the
finger.
spring on this thing, dude, because holy crap. It's stiff, man. And
So my partner in
that's what she
crime
said.
was complaining about it. He said he didn't like the spring; it was too tough. So we told him to pop the spring out the Dreamer or the spare spring they had in the box, put that in there, and it works just fine now.
Yeah, that's what
Fun
I've heard.
fact, don't use your Keen one. Your spare Keen one's a little too soft. And when you install it, the spring in your battery adjustment pulls your whole switch in.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
Jesus.
that's the one thing about this thing. It's got like a unique like floating type of switch. Like when you don't have a battery in it and you take the switch out, the switch actually, you know, recesses into the mod, and like as you tighten it down and take up for that battery tension is when the button actually, you know, sits flush, is when it's taking up all that tension from the battery, which is a pretty cool concept, and it works, man. This thing hits like none other, dude. It's probably one of the harder hitting tubes that I own.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I've had mine for probably a week, and haven't hardly put it down.
I can't say anything. I don't have one. The only tube I have is this one. So.
Yes, Erica, knurled for James's pleasure, 100%.
Best way.
Did I just see Poon Sauce come in?
Yeah,
here?
Is that a Poon Sizzle McNizzle or a hashtag Poon Syrup Power Waffle?
Mr. Porn
see
Syrup
anything.
McPower Waffle is in here,
You don't
so
see
give us
anything.
3
You
of
don't
your
see
setup.
anything. Wait,
And
okay.
everybody hashtag Dunkle Corey in the chat.
Uncle Croy. I'm
Uncle
going to say
Croy,
it. Do it
Uncle
right.
Croy.
damn it. Wait, so I'm what I'm vaping on, I guess?
Yeah, give us at least like 3 of your setups there, Mr. Porn Syrup McPower Waffle.
3 out of the like 7 I have in front of me. Okay, that's going to
I
be
thought it was Porn Stash McPower Bottom.
First,
Stacks count.
speaking of stacks.
That's okay. So you knocked 2 off right there because that's
Well,
technically
come on.
too much.
Oh, come on.
That counts as 2.
Okay, we'll give you
He's
4.
trying to overcompensate there.
Okay, there's stacked overpowered with some Met 4s, Fairgrounds, what is it? The deep fried cream cake
Ooh,
in there. I'm about to rewick my Lazy Vapor Signal 21700 DNA 75C with the Alliance Tech Flav 24 on top. And there I got some Moon Mountain Buzzberry. And then finally, of course, my everyday user, Tormund Asmako Eco Rebel on top. And there I got some Guerrilla Warfare's .270. It's like a buttery, flaky pastry. It's pretty good.
I actually looked up that. I actually looked up their liquids and juices yesterday, and they actually look pretty good.
Yeah, I got that one, and I got the strawberry version. So
yeah, they look pretty good.
I like it. I dig it.
All right, so we've all showed what we've been vaping on. So a few things I wanted to get into, just to keep a couple questions for everyone. I mean, we got a lot of people on the panel, so I'm just going to throw a couple questions out there. The first one is I wanted to know how everyone found vaping. Was it through like Instagram? Was it through YouTube? Was it through, hey, I just found it, one of my buddies showed me or something? I just kind of want to know a little bit more about everyone. Just tell me how y'all found vaping, and we'll start off with Mr. Angry Hippie.
Ooh. All right. So, some people might be familiar with this story. When I first started vaping, I mean, I was dabbling with, the cigalikes and stuff like that you can find at a gas station, and none of it was really hitting for me. It just, nothing actually, got me to stick to it. And a close friend of mine was vaping. He was really getting motivated by it. And it was at the time pre-August 8th of 2016. And he reached out to me and said, listen, I know you make film and you work with cameras and stuff, and I have this idea. I want to make a documentary or something that would dispel a lot of the stigma about vaping. And, of course, I wanted to get involved because he was so passionate about it. And when I went with him just as a passive vapor at the time, not really committed, I started to fall in love with what this movement was, what this community was. And shortly thereafter, he blessed me with a little 100-watt box mod. And that gave me the power I needed to put the little cheapo tank that I was using at the time to actual use. And it was at that moment that I began to realize I can do this, that, this whole sub-ohm tank vape thing, this will work for me. And it was from there that I fell so deep into the rabbit hole. And without much time, I became a vape monster and fell in love and got heavy into it. And that's kind of my origin story, so to speak. And I think I will pass that off to Jacoby.
Well, for me, actually, it's kind of funny. I have a kid at work who vaped, man. I've been smoking cigarettes for, it's probably like 9-10 years, but I don't know. I'm getting sick of waking up, coughing, and everything. And I try a setup, and man, I don't know. It was great, but couldn't get me off the cigarettes. But the big shell shocker came. My son was born October 4th on 2017, and it's like the day he was born, and I was standing outside smoking a cigarette. Like I should be upstairs, like my son was just born. What am I doing here? So that day it hit me, and I went and I bought a setup, and man, I haven't touched a cigarette since. It's been crazy. I don't know. Like for some people it's harder, but like I don't know. Like when you're responsible for more people, it's like, what can I do to be around for these guys? So man, that started it, and I got hooked. I was just on a little, a smoke? Oh man, what was it? AL85 with a little TF V8.
Yeah, bro.
Man, but I just started watching videos and joining in like live streams, watching people. I got hooked, man. I was on sub-ohm tank for maybe 2 weeks before I came up with the dripper, and man, I've been on fire ever since. But to be honest with you, more honest with you, in the Stooge crew is what really hit me. What got me to where I am right now and keeps me motivated, keeps me accountable, keeps me in the fight. So that's my story.
My
That's a
man.
badass story, Jacoby. I really like that story. Go ahead and pass it off
Absolutely.
to whoever you want.
Jacoby,
Uh,
wait one sec.
yes.
Jacoby, honestly, that was one of the sweetest, like, why I'm vaping stories I've ever heard. Like, for real, dude. That's
because
really
it was
sweet.
honest.
Yeah, man. But it's like that's such a like you painted that picture of that
Yeah.
moment so clearly.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's
Yeah, it's
genuine.
yeah, you become a dad. It puts things into perspective for you, or a parent of any sort. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
you got a
Yeah,
whole new.
Your priorities change.
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, and I haven't been happier. So I mean, it's changed my life and changed everybody else's life. So I mean, it's put the fight in me to keep it going. But
Those are the stories that we need to be able to share with the greater community at
Yeah,
large.
with the public.
The general public, like they need to hear those beautiful stories like that. Where I realized I feel like an idiot doing what I'm doing. I need to make a lifestyle change. Here's how I do it, and I successfully did it. I mean, that's what they need to know. Those are beautiful stories.
Oh yeah, that's something definitely right there that a representative needs to hear. I mean, I don't want to say just throwing your kid into it is gonna make him might change his mind, but that story right there spoke so much more than just words. And honestly, I could visualize it, and I mean, it's just a really touching story right there. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I've probably watched Angela's story. I've heard her story before. I saw it on Poon Sauce's YouTube on Saturday, but I mean, it's a moving story just like that. It's why am I out here? Why am I doing this? I can stop this, and that was a really good story, Jacoby. So go ahead and pass it off, man.
I'm gonna pass it off to. No, he's not in there. I'll pass it off to Mike.
So my first real jump into vaping was the blue after infomercials on at like 2 a.m. I tried those, freaking hated them, went back to smoking. My now wife, we were living together, and we went to go see a movie. And I like to sit at the very top of the movie theater. I got halfway up the steps and couldn't breathe. So I think that week I got an variable voltage Ego Twist with a Cardo on top and started vaping. And then it progressed to the Pro Tank Mini. And believe it or not, I still have my first regulated mod, TC 40 watt, and this thing still works. And I've beaten the shit out of this thing.
Would you look at that?
Yeah, tops. Like, I mean, I've beaten the hell out of this thing. And, kind of going off what Jacoby said, becoming a dad, what my dad did to me didn't work for me. Hey, son, don't smoke, cigarette hanging out your mouth. That doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
So me becoming a father, I want to be around for my kids. I want to be around for my wife. I don't want to lose them, and I want them to lose me. So that's why I do this. As hard as that is, for people to understand, this is a lifestyle change for not just me. This is for my family. So that's pretty much my story. And if this isn't for you, that's cool. Find another way. But we all want everybody to be off the cigarettes, just off tobacco. Just find a different way. Just get away from them. We all know what's going to happen. I mean, that's the best thing I could tell anybody.
Yep.
I don't care what you do. If, you're an American. It's a free country. Do what you want. But a lot of us want to be around to see our kids grow up. And, I mean, that's why I do this. So.
I hear that. I often say to people that, like, sometimes vaping is the difference between seeing your kids born and seeing them graduate college. And that's something that resonates with a lot of people. When you think about the fact that you could buy 10 or 15 years back in your life that you might be throwing away, speaks volumes.
I'm being able to watch Pickle Rick with my son.
Wubba lubba dub
Dub.
True that.
Speaking of which, That right there, buddy.
I feel you.
Pickle Rick.
Oh wait, that's a toy. I thought. Oh,
Give
never
me a
mind.
Pickle
Sorry,
Rick.
John. I thought that was for something else.
All right, buddy. Go ahead and pass that off. And
Let's go with James. Frames.
All
James.
right. So my story, actually found out about vaping through my mom. Actually, she's the first one that I seen really get into it. I guess a friend of hers at work or something knew about it, or I think my cousin was the one who got her into it or something like that. And this was back like during like the old, Clear Miser, Ego Pen days, where you're it was strictly mouth to lung. You know what I mean? You weren't getting no cloud chasing sub-ohm
Does
type
anybody
vape.
remember when 8 watts was huge?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where you had like the little twist, the Ego twist was like state of the art at the time. And I tried it out then, and like I just like it wasn't doing it for me. Like I tried it for a few weeks, and I ended up still using for a little while, and then eventually, I just kind of stopped vaping for probably about another year or so. And then I finally just got into my head, because kind of further background story is I had multiple heart surgeries, growing up as a kid, and I ended up unfortunately picking up the habit of smoking due to like just dealing with things and stuff like that. Is one thing I picked up to cope, which was probably one of the worst choices I made, to be completely honest, especially with the situation I had. So very similar to like what Jacoby was saying. I was just getting tired of waking up in the morning coughing up stuff, and then just kind of like had a realization. I was like, you know what, I got a second chance at life, and I'm doing something that is intentionally, and what's the word for it? Intentionally, getting in the way of that, or like totally doing the opposite of what that surgery was for. So I was like, I have to find something to stop. I tried, gums. I tried to quit cold turkey, and it just I couldn't do it. And then I ended up getting my first sub-ohm setup. Something a little bit more wattage. I think I was doing it like 35 watts was like what I started on again. It was like an Aspire product. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. And that was it. Like I was able to get, enough vape and nicotine to satisfy what I was looking for. And, next thing you know, just like probably most of the people here in chat, I started after that was enough. I was like, well, I started seeing these other things and then looking up videos, and then I was like, well, I want to try this, and then I want to try that, and the next thing you know, I'm into RDAs, and then next I'm getting unregulated mods, and then mech mods, and then next thing you know, here I am on YouTube making review videos, and hanging out with all you guys doing these streams and stuff like that, and that ultimately came out of me wanting to just help people in their vape journey in the way I wish someone could have been there for me. You know what I mean? Kind of help me, kind of get past some of the trials and tribulations some of us may have had, finding that setup, you know what I mean? So being able to put out that info to people and stuff like that is kind of what keeps me going and inspired. And definitely the community, the Stooge community, the Omies, anybody that tunes in the green room, and of course everybody here in chat. Everybody I see in chat's familiar name or familiar face. So I do for you guys, and that's pretty much my story, man. I owe it all to moms. If it wasn't for my mom, I probably would have never started vaping, and ultimately, I look at it as it like saving my life again. You know what I mean?
thank you, Mama Janklin. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Hug your mom for me. Hug your damn mom for me.
I will.
Me too.
Oh, and
Hey,
by the way, I think she was more excited that I got this than I was. She literally bugged me every day, like, when is your Monarch coming? Is it showing up today?
That's so cute.
When's it coming? But I love this thing. And again, thank you to all, anybody that contributed to that cause right there, because that was just hit me in all the feels.
Hey, Frames, is that why you just a quick question. I meant to ask you this in Discord a couple times, but is that why you have the tattoo you have on your chest?
Yeah, I actually have like a anatomically correct heart tattooed on the center of my chest with a zipper that's like it's like starts like open and then like slightly closes down at the bottom and then
Don't be
underneath.
bashful, man. Just show it.
Uh,
Show to
Sure.
people.
I was
Take
gonna
it off.
say, when are you
Take
gonna take
it
your
off.
shirt off?
Everybody got
man,
tingles.
look at that.
No one's gonna be able to see it unless you, James.
yeah,
you
I'm
talk.
gonna have to talk, but I don't know if I'm showing up or not.
You are.
Yeah, you're showing up.
That's it right there. And then I've got my 2 surgery dates right there. So
Jesus.
it's been like 10 years, going on 11 since the first or second one or the last one. So,
That's awesome.
but yeah, I got that done a long time ago. And like I said, it happened to me in high school, and that was just an idea I had. It was just supposed to be just a zipper, and like I gave it to my tattoo artist. He's like, "Oh, well, let's do this and that," and then it turned into what it is. And just one of those things. I couldn't look at the scar because it just reminded me of the pain and all the bad things that came with it. And this is just like kind of showing like there's parts in it that you could see that are stitched back together and like stuff like that. And it's just like, okay, zip it back up. We're going round 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, I want to get a 6-pack of beer tattooed on my gut where my 6-pack ab should be.
That'd be dope. I'm gonna get a keg.
There, shit, I got 3 of them. What are you talking about?
All right, Frames, go ahead and pass it off to whoever you would like to, man.
I want to know about Michelle.
What?
How'd you?
Caught her off guard.
I know I did. That's why I did it.
What was the question exactly again?
Like what got you into vaping and like what
God damn it,
keeps
Michelle.
you, in the community and like and keeps you vaping?
All right. Well, it's weird because like pretty much everyone has like their story of how they smoked cigarettes, and I never really was a cigarette smoker. I started smoking at like 14, but those are things that we can't talk about. And then I didn't really do much in my 20s. My 30s, I started smoking cloves like a fiend. And I fucking loved cloves. Oh my god, so good. And
Really that good?
yeah, they were really good. And then it kind of tapered off a little bit, and then to get back, it was kind of like sometimes I'd smoke cloves more, sometimes less, and then I laid off because they're really bad for you, and I have scarred vocal cords, and it just makes it like 10 times worse. So I laid off for a while, and then my son passed away in 2013, and I knew I wanted to go back on cloves at that point, and so it was he died in September 2013, and then into October 2013 I it was online, and I forget. No, wait, I do remember. A friend of mine we were at a gig, and I saw him puffing on one of those blue cigalikes, and which I thought was a really big deal because, like, in the music community in Philadelphia, and that's like basically where all my friends are from, there are so many smokers, and none of them really want to vape, especially back then. And so I saw that he was using it, and so when I was thinking about it, I went online and was looking for a place that had a clove e-cigarette, and the only place that did was a place called greensmokes.com, which I only learned like 6 months ago was actually owned by Altria. But honestly, I don't care because the Green Smokes cloves actually were great. They were really good. And but then they eventually stopped making it. And so then I was like, what the fuck am I going to do? And that's what started me watching like YouTube videos and getting like Nautilus type tanks and cartomizers, and trying to find like a clove that was good. I think my first mod was like a 30-watt e-leaf. And then I eventually found this company called Vaporify, and they have a really good clove called Heavenly Clove. It's just way too strong, so I dilute it down basically. But between that and there's a lot of like DIYing, And also like I learned how to like wrap coils by watching like Grim Green, and like kind of in the early days, and I saw Ruby's like first video, and I don't know, like somewhere along the way when things started getting like God, I want to say like maybe 2014. I don't think it was 2015. I think it was 2014 when, you know, people first started like getting, you know, the buzz about vaping being possibly banned or flavors being banned and things like that. And that's when I decided like, well, I'm going to start building my own mods. You know, I had already, you know, gotten into drippers and like, oh, fuck, this was one of my first drippers. These bridgeless.
Holy Christ.
I don't remember what they were called, but you basically would put like 2 drops of juice in there. This fucker still works. I was playing with it the other day. The flavor sucks. Anyway, so with being like paranoid about the possibility of vaping coming to an end, I started building my own mod. Here, this is like an early mod I built. Right
I think
here.
that was called a chimney.
There was another name for them, and I just forget what it is. I would just always go by bridgeless. Anyway, so I started building like, you know, parallel boxes and stuff, not for sale, obviously, just for me. And then that quickly turned into like the first tin mod that I made was the Curad tin, and I don't remember exactly how Grim and we were talking about it or something, and then I ended up giving it to him. So Grim Green has my first old dime. And then I later made him like a dual parallel, like Altoids tin. But, and
I always wanted to ask you, where did you get the idea for the Altoid stand? Because that's a genius.
Yeah, that's a question I always had for her.
Altoid tins, they've been making them in Altoid tins since like, I don't know, 20. No.
But I've only seen you do it.
For a long time.
I've never seen anybody else do it but you.
The ones that I saw had like, they didn't even have 18650s in them. You know, that was like before even like, they were like really early ones. Some of them had fucking like alkaline cells in them. And so that was always in my head. And you know, the first one I made wasn't an Altoids tin. It was a Curad tin. It was one of these right here.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah. The first one I made for Grim Green has like a removable battery tray. The one that I just showed you has battery tubes inside of it. So you just unscrew and drop batteries in. But and then Dull Dime number 2 was an Altoid tin. I don't even fucking know who has number 2.
All right, guys, stop holding up your Altoids tin. I'm already jealous I ain't got one. Okay.
Actually, does anyone care to like? You guys want to know who has number 2? Because I don't know. I kind of want to know right now.
Yes, we want to know.
Number 2.
I think Grim's got 1 and 2, doesn't he?
Oh, Jennifer Berger Coleman has number 2.
Oh, JBC.
Yeah.
Junior Bacon Cheeseburger.
Grim's other box is number 11. He has a heat mic.
Okay.
Michelle, what number are you on now with Overdrip and all them?
Hold on. I'm glad I opened that now. Let's see.
45 and
I think
46.
it's 50, isn't it?
Yeah, 45, 46, and 48. 47 I made ahead of other ones. That's Stan's triple parallel burning tab, you know, the stand. So yeah, I'm up to 48. So the next ones I'll make are 49, 50, and maybe 51, and that's Vaping with Ken, Jared, the Vaping Goat, and our friend Danny Castle. I'm just not sure how many I'm going to be making in the next batch because I'm getting to burnout mode, and I might just when these 3 are done. Oh, by the way, these are the 3 I'm working on right now.
Nice.
And these are for Fiends, Uncle Chris, and Shane Oak. No, god damn it. Shane Oakley's like, what?
Shane
I was about to get excited
excited.
over here.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
Shane's
about to get
Big
excited.
Boy Coils in the UK. That Shane.
Damn it.
Yeah, sorry. But then I have a lot more to make. And I want to right now. I just want to like catch up before I start like giving boxes to anyone else. I need to just catch the fuck up, or I'm just gonna have like this endless amount. Anyway, did I answer the question?
Yeah,
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
Yeah.
pass it off to whoever you would like to.
Did I see Danny Boy jump in here?
Yeah, he's in here.
Yes, you did.
I wanted.
Otherwise known as Swaggin's dad.
I want to pass it
Hello,
off
welcome to
Dieter.
Sprockets.
Yeah, I want
It
to
is
pass it off
T-ball
to
season
Dieter.
again, and I'm hoping my little slugger hits me some home runs this year. I just jumped in. What are we doing? What are
I
we
have a funny
talking about?
feeling Swaggins is flipping me off in the chat right now.
You're telling your vape story, bro. How you got your start and why you continue to vape.
So back in the day, which was on a Tuesday, by the way. No one knew that.
To put everything into context, it was a cold winter's day.
It was a cold winter's day, but in
Tuesday.
You know, I'm from the north, so we still wear shorts. We don't care.
The North remembers.
The North remembers. So I had been smoking 16 years. We just had our son 2 years prior. So Rowan was born. I still continued to smoke. And about when he was 2, Nicole had me on a regiment. Like if I go outside and smoke, I got to come in, wash my hands, change my shirt, all this, hullabaloo. I'm just like, this is ridiculous. So that I have to like hold my kid and play with them. So I was at a buddy's house one day and they had some vape stuff. I want to say it was like a Cleto tank on like an Aspire, just battery, no adjustment or anything. And I had hit it a couple times. I was like, that's pretty good. And you guys have stopped smoking cigarettes? He's like, well, I haven't quit yet, but I'm really close. So I was like, oh, cool. And instead of going outside, I just hit his vape a couple times. So I was like, all right, I can kind of get behind this because I had tried it a couple years prior and it just wasn't there for me yet. There was nothing out there that I really liked and I still wanted cigarettes. So I finally had some motivation to quit. So the week after, got a paycheck. And mind you, we didn't have a lot of money at the time, but I'm like, I'm going to take my cigarette money for the next week, get this. So went and went to my local vape shop around me and bought a Cleto tank with an iStick Pico, like 75 watt or something. Nice little setup for a beginner. Dropped like $100. And I bought it on a Saturday. Still went out that night and smoked. I was like, I'm not gonna start vaping right now. I'm gonna smoke tonight and then we'll start this tomorrow. So I got everything set up, started vaping that Sunday. By Wednesday, I had my last cigarette at 8:30 at night, and I'm like, all right, I'm done. And I had dual used those days, and I could tell like I smoked a pack and a half a day. And I was smoking I had that one pack left over from Saturday and that lasted me until Wednesday. I'm like, fuck man, I'm just going to vape. Like this is working. I can feel it. And then I finally just quit. And what is it? The 18th of this month will be 3 years I haven't had a cigarette. And
nice,
it's
Congratulations.
Awesome, man. It's an awesome feeling. And then I got sucked into this community of awesome people, you bastards.
Oh, we love you too, Dan.
I've never been happier.
You may be from Michigan, but I don't hold that against you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, I found where I belong. I found my people, and I'm happy to be amongst you. And thank you for accepting me.
That's so pretty. I want to cry.
So that's me in a nutshell.
Would you like to touch my monkey?
Welcome to Sprockets. My name is Tito. Would you like to pet my monkey? Shout out to Sammy Nitro.
Hello, that's a giggle.
Who hasn't gone? I jumped in late.
Can you give us a Sammy Nitro before it moves on?
Send it to E. I want to hear E's story.
Yeah.
I'll pass it over to E, the everyday vapor.
Okay. Well,
Thank you, Dan.
And hold on. In all fairness, I wouldn't have got my freak show today if it wasn't for E. So thank you, E.
You're very welcome.
And also, hello, E.
Hello. Well, I mean, it pretty much started off like everyone else's. You want a healthier alternative. I have to thank Abdul. His name was Abdul. I was living in New York at the time, and he owned a deli called Hipster Deli. And what do you know? Vaping was hip at that time. So he had this one thing called the Fantasy Hookah, which was a little tiny like ego twist pen with a claramizer on top. And I started with 24 milligrams a nick, and it was watermelon JVC. So that led into obviously trying to get off of regular traditional cigarettes. I used it for about a week, and I was like, nah, this isn't working for me. And my wife was like, why don't you, go to an actual vape store instead of a deli that is, just basically a convenience store, and try it that way. And then I ended up getting a super tank, and pretty sure it was a Cleto. But I mean, it wasn't working for me in the beginning, but this is like 2012, like I said. So after that, the better stuff started coming out. I mean, I still remember the days where I had to drill into my top cap to get better airflow. But we basically all have the same type of story. We wanted something that was healthier.
Yeah, I used this on a retro vape recently, the Magma, and I drilled this one out.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Don't you miss those days a little bit?
Well, what I do miss is the cloud comp days where anything went. God. Like the most unsafe builds, like 3 wraps, 17 gauge. Like we didn't give a fuck what it was. Like straight up VG. Like no restrictions. It was like a 0.03, and we were just chucking away.
Yeah.
Like we didn't give a fuck. So, but that's what I miss. I miss that because back then we had a different camaraderie. Like it was a different. Not that it's bad now, but I mean everybody's just trying to go out for free stuff nowadays. Back then it was like, yo, I'm better than you.
Like before YouTube, I was spending most of my time like on like ECF or I'm trying to remember. There's on Reddit. It's basically like a modders group for people that build mods, and I cannot remember the name right now. And I spent most of my time in there.
Yeah, I mean, countless e-cigarette forums that I was on. Ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
But
if you're talking about unsafe builds, I'm not going to tell you what build's in here.
Well, I'll tell you what, I run 0.06 like religiously every day.
That's what's in here, sir.
Yeah. So yeah.
I'm up here at like 0.18. I'm the safe one.
Yeah. But
dude, I remember when less than like 1 ohm was fucking crazy. Like for real. Like you're vaping under an ohm. Oh my god, you're nuts.
0.5 was like. Oh yeah. 0.5. That's where I'm at.
Oh god, yeah. The first sub ohm tank I ever had was the. Oh god, the Arctic was a 0.4 coil, and I thought I was such a badass for vaping.
I was at like 12 watts. Like.
Yeah. Like my 30 watt E-Leaf, I thought that thing was going to be like, what the fuck do I need 30 watts for?
Did you see my 40 watt? The one I just beat?
Yeah, dude, I had one of those. I fucking had that. Is it the black one?
Yeah, well, sort of. Now it's like patinaed gray paint chips.
That was one of the like most of my old mods and things like that. I've like given to people that like were interested in vaping. I would give them like an older like RTA and one of my old mods and just like here, I'm not using it, and they're the greatest things to pay forward.
Yeah. So's e-liquid, which I have F ton of. So.
Yeah, and you know what? I forgot to tell people what I was vaping on for as far as e-liquid goes when I was doing my vape buffet.
It's okay.
I know, because no one cares and everyone already knows.
Michelle, we already know.
Exactly, dude.
Well, we know. I don't think the audience knows.
Everyone in this one does.
So, can I just take a minute to give Matthew a shout out for getting Jay lifted right now and getting him wavy? He's asking everybody to take a shot. So if anyone's drinking tonight, let's all take a shot with Matt. What do you guys say? I grabbed a bottle just for him.
I can't take a shot, but I'll do something else with you guys.
There you go.
I'll take.
James, where's
I'm not
your? Yeah, boy.
I see nothing.
Yeah. So there you go, buddy. We're all getting lifted together.
All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it for my story. So I will hand it off to Shane Oakley.
Yay.
The Alabama boy. Here we go.
Yep.
I'm
All right.
also the co-host for the Weekend Wisdom Vape vlog. Just
There we
saying.
go.
Yeah, dude.
Tomorrow, tune in, everybody. So,
I'll be there.
you know, I
can't wait.
Yeah, I kind of got into vaping in around 2014, and actually have my first setup right here, the Kangertech Evod Twist with the Kangertech Jenny Tank on top.
Oh, those little ass clothes you
actually-
can rebuild are so stupid.
Oh yeah. Oh, no, I got the ones you didn't rebuild. You just took them out, tossed them, and it would last like 2 weeks back then.
Luckily, if you
Yeah,
make it last another week if you knew what you're doing.
yeah, exactly. You could actually take it out and put in a new one and keep that one, and then a couple weeks later you could put it back in just to get another week out of it, so you wouldn't have to go buy more. Yeah, I used that for a while, and kind of went into got my first sub-ohm setup, which was the Aspire. What was this one? It was before the Nautilus.
Oh God.
I do this every time.
Was it the
Shit, Shane,
Atlantic?
now I got to use my phone.
The Atlantis. The Atlantis V1. It's the, they had one like this, and then the other one had a little airflow slot on the top by the
drip
tip.
Yep.
Yep. And then, I used that for a while, and I had the little Cloud Pour Mini that would do 30 watts. And I thought I was hot shit because I could go up to 30 watts. Never got it that high because it would only fire down to, I think, a 0.5 was as low as that thing would fire. So did that for a while, and then kind of got out of it. Kind of went back to smoking, which was stupid on my part. And then back early 2018, I just decided, I wanted to try to quit again. And I wanted to do it differently. I tried cold turkey, I tried Chantix, and that was one of the worst experiences I ever had, was trying that stuff.
Those nightmares, bro.
Oh, I know, it was horrible.
Dude,
and
and
I
as someone that fucking fights for suicide prevention, Chantix is a bad fucking choice for anyone.
Oh, I know. I wish I would have known now what I
Yeah.
wish I would have known then what I know now, if I could get that out.
The fucked up thing was that it gave me nightmares, which made me not be able to sleep. So they were like, "Oh yeah, well you have anxiety, so here's some benzodiazepines to help you with anxiety."
More pills.
Yeah.
Here, let's shove these down here.
Keep a medicated, keep a customer.
Yep. And I tried that, and I'm a sleepwalker, and I have anxiety anyway. So, I would wake
you're
up.
saying don't wake you up while you're a sleepwalker?
Yeah, I would wake up all over the house because the
Fuck yeah.
sleepwalking just, it ramped up tremendously when I was on that stuff.
Son, why is the car in the front lawn dead? I was sleepwalking. Yeah, right.
Yeah. No, I was living out on my own at this point, thank goodness. So, but I mean, I would wake up with different clothes on. I woke up one time with one shoe on. Like,
Wake
I mean,
up
I
in
had
a
gotten
freezer
up
at
and
a
got,
gas station?
No, woke up in the bathtub with one kidney cut out.
Oh, Jesus.
So, I decided to go with vaping again, and I, got online and started researching, and of course went and bought a smoke product because I really did a lot of research. That lasted about 6 months, and then I decided that I needed to upgrade, and so I got into some RTAs, and then it just kind of snowballed to this whole desk full of stuff here that I come in here and pick and choose what I want to vape every day.
Yeah, dude.
And I've got juice all in this corner over here, and I've got
First
juice
world
that I'm
vapor
using in front of
problems.
me. Yes, I have too much stuff and not enough desk at this point.
Dude.
There's one of my shelves of juice.
Yeah. Well, I've got a little thing down here that's just slap full of juice.
That's it.
You guys got
See
to
that?
upgrade to the
Of course I will.
spice rack.
But
See
look at that.
See,
I got a whole
Oh, yeah.
box.
Jay's
guys
got
gotta
the box.
Well,
You guys
see,
gotta
I can't leave a
upgrade to a
box on the
drawer.
ground. 'cause
look at
my
that. You
two-
got to get a spice rack.
Do I need to
And
open the drawer for you
repurpose
guys
it.
just to have
Dude,
you
I
realize?
need like 3
Yeah.
spice racks.
So
Do
do
I need-
it.
Yeah.
They're cheap.
Do I need
We
to
don't
open
wanna
the drawer
play-
right now?
We don't want to play this game. I think Corey and I are going to be the only contenders at the end.
Oh
I'm
no, I
opening the-
completely agree with you.
I'm
I was
opening
just
the
saying
drawer.
I have to do
Screw this,
that
hold on.
because my
Oh, yeah.
2-year-old likes
What
to
do you
pick
guys
things up.
got?
Oh yeah.
Count it. I want
I could-
bottle count.
No, literally, I can go
I mean-
bottles.
That's not
Those
fair,
are
E.
all
You've
my
got
55.
stock, bro.
Yeah, no.
You literally you got like stock.
Yeah.
Speaking
Boxes
of that
and
stock,
boxes.
I need some of that stock in my life.
Oh, by the way, quick plug, shameless plug. If you guys want to try possibly get some of that Grindhouse, tune into the green room on Fridays.
That's my supply right
Yeah.
there. That's all I need.
Right there.
So
That's all you
just,
need.
just to
Grindhouse.
Dan, there's 14 bottles of different bottles of e-liquid sitting in my office as we speak, and that's not counting the at least 20 plus that are
In the juice closet.
There's the juice box and everything's in the living room. So yeah, that's just scattered around my office right now.
Yeah. Oh, I know the feeling. But I was a dual user whenever I started back vaping in 2018. And I went on vacation in July and ended up watching the Vape Stew for the first time. Joined
That's
the
where it all
Discord.
starts.
That's where it all starts.
where
At
everything
that
goes
point in
downhill.
time, I had an Aegis Legend with a Kylan Mini and
Bro,
an Infinite.
I remember this.
Yeah,
Dude, it was like it was
That's the-
yesterday.
that's the only setups that I had was one mod, one Kylan Mini, and a pod.
Man, just to make you feel inadequate when everybody else
Yeah.
is like, yeah, I got this and this and this and this.
Yeah. And so, I kind of got into the community side of it, and that's where the advocacy side came from.
Oh, yeah.
And, with the support that I got from the Discord and making friends, everybody in here has, made a huge impact in my life and gave me the wherewithal to come to that end of, okay, I know I'm usually have a cigarette at this point in time, but I think I'm going to take these and throw these away, and I'm going to use this instead. And
Well, even if you
when
need
that
to,
happened,
I'm sorry, go ahead, Jim.
when that finally happened, the advocacy just clicked and everything made sense at that point. Because,
Shots
without
pop.
this, I would still be where I was before. I would still be dying a little bit every day.
Yeah,
And
that's
this has changed my life completely. And that's the reason that I'm so passionate about the advocacy is because
another
of how
good
much
question,
it changed my
Shane.
life.
that's another good question. Like
So, but
We
I
all-
could sit here and ramble on for another 30 minutes, but I won't.
we all know, like pretty much a
So,
lot
I
of
don't
us
know
saying,
who hasn't gone.
Can I-
I don't think he hears you, Dan.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I can't hear Dan.
technical issue. He can't hear you when you speak.
Yeah, he was having problems earlier.
Oh, I'm like, he can't hear me. Did I mute myself?
Shane, he
no.
said you can't hear him.
Yeah.
We're gonna play telephone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell Shane he's
Hello?
beautiful.
Shane,
Shane, he said you're beautiful.
Tell a friend,
Uh,
telephone, tell a friend, tell a vapor.
No,
I
but
love you, Dan.
Oh, Dan.
Yeah,
I
what
understand
I-
where you're going with that.
what I was saying is, like, we know a lot of us know each other. I mean, we all know each other, but I mean, we all know
Anybody
each
find
other's
it weird
vape
that Michelle's
story.
holding her pickle?
What
How
are
did you
talking
guys-
dude?
How did you guys like get into the advocacy portion? Like, when did you first start? Like, oh, I didn't know they were coming after us, and I want to do my part, kind of thing.
Pickle time. I mean,
I think it's the same for the majority of us when we say once we found the community.
I think
Because
we're
I started
totally
hearing
fine.
it more.
Like I got started through advocacy first, which was, probably the unusual thing.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'm very grateful for that friend of mine coming to me. Like I knew I needed to quit smoking because I watched a loved one, my stepdad, die, lung cancer, from smoking, and I watched the man smoke all the way through chemo and everything. and I knew I needed to quit smoking somehow.
Sean, is that the tin that I have from you?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is. And, you know, I tried everything. I mean, and I won't lie, the first successful time I quit was not vaping. It was hypnosis. Hypnosis worked for a solid 8 months. And it wasn't until he died, and like a fool, I was drunk and I decided to, smoke a cigar. And that started me back down the path. And I knew like I had to stop that shit because I watched that happen. But I'm so grateful that I had a friend who was already advocacy minded, dragged me into that well before I was even a committed vapor, because that solidified the commitment for me. Like, holy shit, this is under attack and this can save lives. What the hell is wrong with this stupid, crooked, racist government of ours? Like, I was so angry when I realized that, like, this incredible life-saving technology is being threatened. And I'm from a legal cannabis state. So for me, as somebody who fought, cannabis prohibition in my home state, to see what I was fighting, for cannabis about to happen in vaping, I wasn't going to sit down and let that happen. So I kind of came out of the gate swinging.
I mean, that right there, I mean, it doesn't matter what you believe in. It's vaping, cannabis, tobacco, whatever it is you believe in. I'm not saying let's all believe in tobacco or anything, but whatever you believe in, you should fight for. Like if you believe in fitness, you should fight for fitness. Like honestly, okay, I just want to side note. This is one of the reasons why I stopped chewing tobacco. I mean, all y'all pretty much know that already, but some people on here, or most people on here probably know, but I honestly didn't really smoke that much. I chewed tobacco all the way from my junior year, I think. Started on the baseball bus. Varsity baseball, someone had tobacco. Our coach used to chew tobacco. So someone used to always have a can of Grizzly, Wintergreen, some nasty stuff that burned your lip. And I was like, man, let me have some of that. And I tried it, and I fell in love. I just went to Copenhagen long cut, all this other stuff. And I was huge into chewing tobacco. And then I found vaping. And it was at a party. A buddy of mine, he had a little it's back when they're called e-cigs. It was a little tube. What the hell are they called? But it had a little tank on it, and it was from Vixen Vapor, and it was peppermint flavor. And I was like, all right, let me try that. And it was actually pretty good. So I was like, let me try this. I went to the store, I actually bought one. Oh, it was a little ego pen with a little VV Nova tank with a little silica wicks and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually went over there and bought one and bought a whole starter kit, and they stood I think it was like they would wait till like 4 people at a time were up there, or they would wait 30 minutes until someone else would come in. And if no one else would come in, they would just do the presentation to one person on how to do everything. And they would actually do a whole presentation to everyone on safety. And that's something that's really cool that they would do back then with a little ego pen. And I was the only one who bought an ego twist at the time, so everyone's like, whoa, what is that? I was like, well, you can change the voltage. I'm high class as a mofo right now. I can change my voltage to the bottom, and y'all don't know nothing about this. And this is back in like 2013, 2014. And I mean, I was still young, but I was chewing tobacco like crazy, dude. I'm not even kidding. I went through 2 cans a day like it was nothing. Like 2 cans was nothing to me. Like I would each week I would buy at least 2 logs a week. And for people who don't know that, 2 logs is 5 cans each log. So I was going through 10 logs a week, and I mean that's a pretty good amount. And I was just constantly dipping. And I was big into the dipping thing. And I mean, I don't know why, but I guess it just because of influence and everything, because I thought it was cool. But eventually I got addicted to it. I'm like, man, I don't get addicted to nothing. Addiction is just something that people say for an excuse. But no, addiction is something that's serious. I was seriously addicted to it. And I was addicted to dipping, and then vaping finally came around, and I saw a buddy at a party, like I just said, and got the little tank, and I got the little ego twist, and then I went out there, and my local vape shop opened up like probably 2 months afterwards, and we were in there constantly, and that's honestly what helped me quit dipping. But after I was dipping for a while and vaping for a while, I quit dipping and I was just vaping. I started smoking. I blamed it on e-cigs or vaping. For some reason, I was like, you know what? Oh, rebuildables, that's the reason why I started smoking. No, I started smoking because I was more stressed. And I got a higher paying job with way more responsibility and everything. So it honestly put me more in a rut because I was like, you know what? I don't need vaping no more. I can cut the cost. I can pay more bills with just vaping and everything. And everything kind of worked out right. And I stopped doing all this other stuff. And then I got back into smoking and everything and chewing tobacco. And I was like, man, what am I doing? I needed to stop this. So I got back into vaping. I went back to something that I knew that would help me quit. And vaping, honestly, I've only been vaping for probably about restarting vaping, I guess you would say, 2 to almost 3 years. And I mean, honestly, I don't want to be the person who's 30 years old. I'm only 25 now, just turned 25. I don't want to be the person who's 30 years old and missing half his teeth. And that's the one thing that scared me.
I'm going to bounce, Jay. I got to get some sleep, man. Thank you for having me on. I didn't want to interrupt, but
You're fine.
I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for having me on. All you guys in chat, you guys have a great night and enjoy the rest of the show. I'll catch you. All y'all.
Love you, James.
Shed life.
Later, shed life. Shed time.
Hey, yay.
Bye.
One love, brother.
But I put all the excuses on my new job and everything, and I put all the excuses on, okay, I started smoking. I had a whole bunch of friends at work. No one at work vaped, so I started smoking. And then I was like, what am I doing? I started smoking and dipping. So I was like, you know what? Let me just start vaping. Let me go back to something I know that works. Because anyone out there who doesn't believe or who doesn't know, okay, yeah, which everyone in here on the chat right now knows it works, but anyone in there who doesn't know it works might want to share it to them, because this right here, vaping, honestly works. I started smoking, I started dipping, I was dual using, not vaping, but smoking and dipping, and I was like, you know what? It's because of the stress. It's because of my new position with my job. I'm getting a whole lot more stress from it. Let me just get some nicotine in me. But I figured I was like, you know what? There's such an easier way to get nicotine in you. And the easier way? Vaping. So everyone out there who does not believe vaping works, vaping does work. It helped me get off of chewing tobacco. It helped me get off of smoking cigarettes. I used to smoke some Indian cigarettes. Yeah, go ahead.
Why is Dan stroking his beard like an evil Bond villain?
Oh, hey, Dan.
Yeah.
Oh, now I can't remember what his name is. God
Oh,
damn.
now it's Corey's doing it. Oh, Jesus.
I gotta get the tanglies out.
The new on Netflix.
Dingleberry's out. Oh, Jesus, what were you doing?
On Netflix, there's a new stand-up special that like comes up. I'm trying to remember what his name was, but like I've seen his other one, and he's just like Poon Sauce. You'd really like him too. We need to do like a group watch this weekend of that.
Michelle,
Also,
did I tell you I ended up getting tickets to go see Bert Kreischer,
Yeah,
the Machine
yeah.
in Detroit?
That's fucking amazing, dude.
Oh,
September 20th, I think, is
and
going
we
to
had
be
somebody
amazing.
come in, guys.
What?
We had somebody come in. My partner in crime, AO Vapes.
Ayo.
Hey, how's
I
it going?
can't speak. Hey, AO.
Hey, Ayo.
Hey,
Ayo.
Ayo. Guys.
Let me want go home. Hey, Ayo.
Ayo.
Hey there,
It's so
Ayo.
funny without his wife's glasses. I apparently look like him.
Busy day.
Ayo, what you vaping on, and what's your story that led you to stopping the bad tobacco, man, and leading on to vaping?
I am rocking the White Dreamer with the White Ardent right now. And not Grindhouse. Guardian.
Yeah.
Yes. There we go.
I know the
Trying to
guy from
remember all the
Grindhouse
names.
is in the chat right now. You
Yes.
might want to lie and say, yeah, it's Grindhouse. It's Grindhouse.
No, I have Grindhouse right there in my other one, but I'm not really using that. Anyway,
Okay,
so
Pat, and your dog behind you.
yes.
I don't know how you guys have Grindhouse. As soon as I get it, it goes in something, and I vape the whole damn thing.
All right. Am I the only guy in here who's not had Grindhouse?
You might be.
Same here. Same here.
Mine's
I've
coming.
not had it yet, but I got this deep cuts, and I feel like I'm gonna finish this bottle super quick because it's already almost half empty.
Dude,
I've had it for like 1 day.
We told you, dude. That stuff's fucking legit.
It's lethal. There should be like, I don't know. It's too much.
Eric's my dad.
Yeah.
But Ayo, what led you on to how'd you get into vaping, and what kept you on vaping besides the community? Because I mean, the community is a badass. I want to thank everyone for coming on here, and thank you everyone for in chat. But I mean, everyone is open with open arms, or everyone is welcoming with open arms. But I want to know what kept you into vaping besides just the community.
So I got into vaping as kind of just a hobby. I still smoked and I dual used for a very long time. Then I got into the business side of things, of running a shop. And then after that, it's mainly just tinkering. At this point, it's just tinkering with something new and shiny every week. I mean, I could go down to 0 and I think I'd be okay with that. But the biggest thing is I like to tinker with stuff.
Speak for yourself. If we lose nicotine, I'll still be diving in tomatoes and eggplants trying to get my fix. Oh, sorry. Does the government not know that? Oh, sorry. I'll regulate them too.
No,
They don't care. They can't make money off that.
I'd be okay with zero, Nick. Probably. It's honestly one of the things that keeps me in vaping is the community.
Yeah,
you guys right here, the vape stew. Everyone who's in there in the Discord, everything. If you're not in the Discord and you're in here, I don't know what you're doing, but you need to get.
How dare you? That's what we
Just answer the questions and come into Discord.
Answer
please.
the damn questions. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But in the
not
vape
that hard.
go to the announcements inside the Discord. But I mean, the vape community before the Discord and everything. Like I talked to Sean Frames Janklin. I think I talked to Jacoby. I know I talked to Michelle before I was in Discord because I tried to buy her mod probably back in 2013.
I've been trying for like a year. She won't sell it to me.
I saw in 2013 when I first started vaping. I was like, "How do I get that?" Or probably a little bit later than that. But I was like,
Excuse me, miss. May I ask how I earn one of these?
Yeah, no shit.
You don't.
Most friendly voice ever because you don't want to like
Insult
hey,
her.
how I get one, and then she's like, "You're never fucking getting one in your life."
Pretty much.
People get mods. They get mods.
Yeah, I know.
There's, you know,
I saw it the first time when I was in here, and I was like, "Ooh,
words are difficult.
when can I get one of those? Or how can I get one of those?" And she's like, "Never." I'm like, "Oh man."
Anyone who gets
just-
Gold Dime, that's your. 1 second, Shane. I know I saw you raise your hand, man. Anyone who gets a Dole Dime, that's okay. There's a saying I used to think of when I was like really big into fitness, and the one thing I was really big into fitness for is tell someone I told you so without showing you, or without saying it. Show someone I told you so without saying it. So make your actions louder than words.
Dude, I don't know who's in your background, but they keep cracking me up, man.
That's my fiance.
They want you to get drunk.
This.
She was showing her guns while ago.
Oh,
Okay. But
I'm stronger than him.
the reason
All right, Jay, you get off. She's the new host.
Do you even
Yeah.
I know.
no shit. But the one of the quotes I really was big into when I was in fitness was make your actions louder than words. Pretty much, where was I going with that? But anyway, I already said it. But
No, you said you let your actions speak louder than words.
oh yeah.
Like, that's how you tell who someone truly is. You don't necessarily listen to what they say. You look at what they do.
Yeah, and you let your noisy fucker speak for you, right, Michelle?
Damn right.
Okay. So the next question I had, I don't know if everyone got to answer the question. I'm
What
very
was
sorry.
what was the question?
The question you already answered. How did everyone get to vaping? And how did everyone?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
But one of the next questions I wanted to get into was something that I know Frame Jenklin would have really wanted to answer, and I know Sean Typen really wants to answer. Is
Boosh.
Yeah, Boosh. What is something? Because I know the vape community is so awesome. They do so much for each other. I have not received anything from the vape community besides love. And everyone, I mean, people out there like James, he's received Monarch. Sean Typhon, you received the Mr. Just Right 1 edition Unicorn 3-in-1. I haven't received anything. I don't want to receive anything because I've already received love from all y'all. All y'all have honestly helped me so much. I wouldn't have made a YouTube channel if it wasn't for Frame Franklin or James Franklin. I wouldn't have started a YouTube channel if it wasn't for people like that. The smaller people in the community is honestly the real reason why I started this. Grim Green was a big influence. But then I looked at all the smaller people. I'm like, dang, he's growing so fast. And so many people actually listen to what he's actually saying. I want to start something like that. So what is one way that each of y'all, starting with, we'll start with Mr. Poon Sauce. Mr.
Wake up, Corey.
Poon,
I'm awake.
Poon Syrup Mick Power Waffle.
I want to know
what is something that the vape community has helped you with more than what you can thank them for. You know what I mean?
I would say get me out of my shell and get me out of my comfort zone and actually mold me into the person that I can be. And
I thought you were still in the box, dude.
Yeah, that too. Well, it's like if you watch like the old Omis shows, I used to be so quiet, like have one thing I said throughout the whole show and just sat there the whole time.
Used to be?
What do you mean used to be? Shut up. I'll throw this at you.
Corey runs the shows now, man. I mean,
thanks to
James
like
or Clown introduced the show, and then Corey's like, boom, this is my time. Let's go.
The whole community's got me out of my comfort zone. I used to be quiet. I used to be shy and then all that kind of stuff. But like with it going to talking about all the things that are really important and the things that should be talked about more, it got me out of my comfort zone and got me more. They showed me where my passion can go, and if I put my mind to it, how I could actually make a difference. And that's what drives me still, and it's something that's going to continue to drive me. That's pretty much it.
I'd like to commend Poon Sauce as well, because since starting your channel, I've watched you really come into your own, and the vaping story segment has to be one of the most meaningful things that you've done, and I love it. And it really lets you as a person shine. My favorite thing about you, Poon Sauce, is you've got probably one of the biggest hearts out of all of us.
I was about to say the same thing.
That's not to put any of these people down on this panel, but Poon Sauce has one of the biggest hearts I've ever encountered. And when he does these My Vaping Story segments, you get to see the real Corey. You get to see that heart come out because he gets to connect with the person who's sharing their story. And it lets you really connect with him. And
well, the wizard gave him the heart for a reason. Jesus.
I love doing it. It's a great thing. I'm really excited to continue to do it. And it's one of those things to where it's like, I feel like the whole having somebody in the community, somebody who's not a smoker, somebody who's a smoker, hear that kind of story, it's like how I say all the time. It's like that my main goal is if I can change the opinion or the public opinion of one person, that means I've done what I've meant to do.
Exactly.
And because that's how it happens. That's how anything happens. You tell one person and then they tell somebody else and it spreads like a fucking wildfire.
You know what, Poon Sauce, I still say it. Like for the winter doldrums thing I do for suicide prevention every year, up at some point during the day, I say that to the people that are there. It's like, I mean, specifically that's what suicide prevention, but it's like if with all of our efforts, if we could save like one mother losing a child, or a husband or a wife losing their spouse, then you've done it, and it's the same thing with you, and it holds true for I think everyone in here. You can individually affect people and essentially save their lives, because in all likelihood if they stay with cigarettes, they're gonna die of lung cancer at some point. So this is life-saving work, and some of us who may have more people watching our shows maybe can speak to a bigger crowd and affect more people, but each individual, whether you're on YouTube or not, you can affect the people around you quite positively. Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm rambling, so I'm going to give it back to Poon Sauce because I wasn't supposed to be talking right now. Anyway.
Yeah, it's just the whole how I have when people tell their story. It's something that I cherish because I feel like because I want to hear their story because it could change my mind on something and give me another perspective on something, but it also can get the person that I'm talking to talk about something they may have not been comfortable to talk about, like that they've never even possibly put into their head of why did I do this, and it can kind of open their eyes a little bit more possibly too. And if I could do that as well, then I'm doing something right.
There you go.
And that's why I do it. I'm going to continue to do it. I'm not going to be stopped. Nobody's going to be able to stop me. The only things that are going to be able to stop me is either my laptop computer dies or YouTube stops me. Other than that, I'm not fucking stopping.
Or people stop making stack mods. Just saying.
Not a stack.
Mr. I got too serious in here.
Stack.
Somebody tell a dick joke, please.
Not a stack.
Porn, Mr. Porn Syrup McPower Waffle. Pass it off to someone, man.
I want to hear from my boo-boo, Shawnee T.
Maybe it's fine.
All right. Well,
I want to hear this.
Like mods and stuff are cool. And yeah, I genuinely appreciate a physical gift. But similar to Corey, that's Poon Sauce if y'all don't know Corey by now.
I don't know who the fuck this Corey guy is. He needs to get the fuck out.
But similarly, I have to go with the fact that the community helped me find myself again. Years ago, I was a musician. I was a signed recording artist. Pressure of trying to be an up-and-coming hip-hop artist and, work a 40-hour a week job and pay my bills and all of that got to me. And then stress got to me even more when my mother passed away. And I really lost a sense of self. I really didn't know who I was, what I stood for anymore, what I really wanted in life. And coming to the vape community started to help me find myself again. At first, just by being comfortable in my own skin around people I didn't know, going to vape events and that sort of thing. But furthering that to me getting back to making music, which was something I used to be really passionate about. Getting to open myself up and be vulnerable with the people that I don't know. And going back to just being, somebody who's open 100% of the time and not overthinking what the next person's going to think about what I have to say. I've always felt like I was a healer, that my purpose was to do something that would heal people, that would affect positive change. And vaping gave me that outlet, because once I got involved in the vape community, I found my way into the vape industry, and I get to make a living changing lives by introducing vape products to people who don't know about them or who are uninformed about them. And if it weren't for the community as a whole, I never would have found who I am again and discovered this side of me that needs to affect positive change in some manner. And if we're getting to what the community has done for us that we could never thank them for enough, that's got to be it, man. I wouldn't be back to the true me if it weren't for this community. And yeah, that's me. I'm gonna throw it over.
I'm not following that guy. Someone else go. Do not. I'm not following that. That's like a Mr. Just Right thing. You can't follow up after that, dude. That was fucking awesome.
Why don't you give me a shout out?
I mean, that's how we follow it up. I mean, it's real though. Like, some of you guys on the panel have already had a chance to hear it. Some of you haven't, but I released my first recording, my first full-length album in over 4 years, thanks to the vape community. To the degree that the album is called We're All Stooges. And it's inspired by my closest friends, Stooges, because that was the people who brought me back to who I was. And, I can't be more grateful than that. I haven't enjoyed being me in a long time. You guys see this name Sean Typhon, and for a long time I wasn't that guy anymore. I let that guy go, and it was really cool the morning I woke up and was like, yo, would the real Sean Typhon please stand up? Where is that guy? Because he was cool as shit and he didn't give a good goddamn about what people thought. And he stood up, and Dan said it, like, that's the Mr. Just Right type of shit. You
That's
don't
some
want
enlightening shit right there.
But it's because of people like Joel, like Mr. Just Right, that I was able to find that in myself again. It's because of people in this community. Some of you guys say things and you don't realize how profound they can be, because to you it's just it's a statement that you felt, and then to anybody that's listening to you, it might just be that one thing that clicks for them, and it might seem so trivial, and yet all of a sudden it's this changing force because of some simple insignificant statement. And I owe that to the community at large. So that's me, man. And not to put another man on the spot like that, but I'm gonna have to throw it away to somebody. And I'm looking at this beautiful beard and smirk on his face. I got to give it over to E.
How did I know it was coming?
I turned my video off so he couldn't see me. I'm not you ain't handing the torch off to me. That ain't.
Yeah. Okay.
Welcome to Sprockets.
Let's see. Going back to it. All right. So I was always known as the guy who made juice. Like, I would hook people up, like $15. I'll give you like, a 60 milliliter. This is back in the time when it was like $30 per, like, for a 30 ml bottle.
Yeah, dude, I remember that. That sucked.
So it was crazy.
Yeah.
So I was always known as the dude that made juice. I went to a rally that we had in Hartford for vaping, and I just met so many people that were like, dude, you should really look into creating a company. This is back in 2014. You should really look in creating a company because your juice is on point, man. But I was always like, nah, man, they're just shit that I come up with. Like, I don't see how people like them, you know, because I vape so much of it, like I have vapors tongue to it. So if it weren't for like everybody in the community that was there that day, which we had like, I mean, we didn't have a huge amount of people, but we were like 20 people. And if it weren't for those 20 people that were like, yo, dude, you should put faith in yourself. So that kind of goes back to what Sean was saying. You kind of lose yourself and you don't really feel comfortable. Poonsaw said it too. You don't really know what you can be about because sometimes you don't look at yourself that way. And it really made me feel confident that I had all these people behind me, you know, that were supporting me in something that I never would have thought was possible. Like, you know, I never looked at it to, hey, I'm going to start this company and I'm going to make a whole bunch of dough. You know what I mean? Like, I just looked at it as in like giving people what they want at a decent price, and that's how it always started for me. It wasn't about anything else, and I saw the possibilities of having people stop. So I mean, if they didn't drag me into it, I probably wouldn't be here today. I would just, you know, not really be into advocacy. I mean, I'd be into advocacy, but probably not to the extent that I'm at right now. But I mean, they just helped me, so that's what I mean.
You know, it's interesting because like I'm hearing this, and I think that a lot of it just comes from the fact that as vapors, as a community, we never believed we'd quit smoking, and then we did it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like we feel so empowered by that we're like, yeah, man, we quit smoking butts. Of course you could make an e-liquid company. Of course you can, you know, produce a whole record. Of course you can do this. I believe in you. Like, that's powerful stuff, man.
Oh yeah, you can. I mean, anyone can quit smoking. It's just like everyone says all the time. Everyone on their own channel, they always say, you can try to change the mind of people by putting it in their mind, but you can't change the mind of people that don't want to change their own mind. I mean, you have to be able to change your own mind to be able to quit smoking. So that's one thing that I've always believed in. Like, I even have a boss who smokes like 2-3 packs a day. He can't change his own mind, but I sit there and I try to change his mind all the time. But yet he won't change his own mind. But I'm still trying to put that thought in his mind of, hey, I can quit by vaping. But yet he doesn't want to do it. But I'm still trying to put that thought in his mind. I mean, everyone out there could put that thought in someone's mind. It takes your, like, all these people right here with the powerful stories. E the Everyday Vapor, Sean Typhon, Dan, Poon Sauce, Shane Oakley, Frame Shanklin, Michelle, all y'all with y'all's powerful words right there that y'all are talking about with y'all's story can easily change someone's mind, but it's just people actually wanting to change their own mind.
Putting that faith into someone, letting them know, like, yo, I got your hand, I got your back. Like, it really speaks volumes.
Oh man,
I'm trying not to laugh at Michelle in chat right now.
I know, I saw her too. That's why
I know
was about to laugh.
we're all doing our damned. For those, you know, I'm gonna break the fourth wall here for a second. For those who don't know, we're all trying to diffuse the like serious emotion that's coming out. And
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Yeah,
That's how I
it's
feel.
not easy, man. Because you know, like,
That's called a stroke.
let's be real. Like, we're being extremely real right now with some of these stories and with some of this stuff, and it's not always easy to look in the mirror and be that honest with yourself.
Michael
And,
made a song about that.
you know, like, it's yeah. I actually wrote a rap to a remix of that. Funny you should say that.
Can I just say that I did not know Sean Typhon was on SoundCloud until I watched The Green Room tonight, and as soon as it was over on my drive home, I was listening to every song on that. It was awesome.
I'm listening to it right now.
Pocket full of dull dimes.
I'm I'm very proud of that album.
That's awesome, dude.
it-
I'm so happy that you found your way back to music.
This first song is giving me fucking chills, man.
To give people a quick understanding of it, because everybody, mostly everybody on this panel, sorry, Mike and Jay, you guys weren't with us at NVE. But the
Thanks for rubbing that in.
the first track on that album are about Sunday night after NVE when, we all partied it up, and then Monday morning leaving the Stooge House. My second track on the album is called 6 a.m. Monday morning because my wife and I had to get up super freaking early and screw home to Massachusetts from Connecticut so that she could get to work in the morning. So we were up at 6 a.m. Monday morning to leave the Stooge House. And when you hear that track, it's capturing our emotion at 6 a.m. Monday morning, that bittersweet moment of all of that awesomeness we spent with our friends over the weekend and then having to leave and not wanting to, but knowing you had to because you're a responsible adult.
Yeah, dude, I
hate
left.
being an adult, so.
I had to leave Sunday night to get home in time, and I mean, I was pulling away from the house just in tears.
Oh yeah, we damn near cried walking out the door. We didn't want to leave.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I think what we all realized from that weekend is that when we do it next year, we're all going to make sure that we have a couple extra days vacation time.
Yep.
When we go, you know what I mean? Because we didn't have enough time with each other.
Like, I wish I hadn't had work on that Monday because I would have definitely stayed over.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, moreover, I think it solidified the thing that we've often said, which is this is family. Like Vape Fam, people talk about Vape Fam, but that's some real shit. And when you got a tight group that starts from vaping, it doesn't end there, man. It becomes family. I mean, look at Jay's screen right now. That's family. That's family. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's about.
There's one story from NBA that I was jealous about. The fact that I didn't get to watch Michelle scare the fuck out of Swaggins that early in the morning. Going, nah, 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 nah.
No, actually, that was I think my favorite thing about the NVE house was getting to fuck with people. I got to fuck with Dan.
Jesus Christ!
I literally I could tell like he was moving around. Like I could tell he was about to wake up. So like I put my face like an inch away from his, so that when he woke up, like all he saw was me fucking like staring.
And I don't have good breath in the morning, so she took all of that morning breath, and I'm like,
dude, it's
hi.
fine, man. It was worth it. Just
the Swaggins
just
one's better. I like.
Oh yeah, Swaggins was in bed, so I jumped in bed and started like. Well, first I spooned with him, but I was the big spoon, and then I started like dry humping him, and then he farted on me.
Let me just best view in the room.
His defense mechanism was
like
the fart.
It kicked in.
That's
Well,
one
You told
trained
me that
body
story
right
and I
there.
was dying laughing.
Well,
I would have
first,
done the same thing.
I was astounded by how firm his ass is.
Hashtag booty squad.
Hashtag booty squad.
Hey, I need to get that shirt for hashtag booty squad for leg day, and I'm gonna wear it every time.
There you go.
Yes.
Yes.
Big
I just
fact.
remember driving home at like 3 a.m. saying, God damn it, I didn't say goodbye to people.
Yeah. That's the craziest part about when you start getting together with the homies is, like we gather on the interweb. So like
420 somewhere.
once we're all together in person in the same place, man, you don't want it to stop. Like we started talking about buying land in the middle of nowhere and creating a freaking hippie commune so that we can
fuck
move all
yes.
the babies onto it. Like,
Dude, I'm fucking there with you, man.
I'm
Definitely.
doing it, man.
We
Part
gotta
of my
build. We
goal.
have to build a stage.
We said we talked about our 1 year vision on the green room. Well, man, in the next 5 years, I better have at least half my stooges living on some land with me.
If you build it, they will come.
You're damn right. You said it. Oh shit!
All right, so it's 10:46 Central
11.
Time.
11:46 real time.
Yeah, your time, Michelle. Your time. Technically,
No, I thought it was
which is
4:20.
Real time.
It's not 4:20?
10:46. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure it's 420.
Oh,
We're
gonna. Don't you worry.
Wait,
But
are you gonna?
I
shout
want
out
everyone to
your
do their
fiance?
sign off before we get off. And people who don't have a sign off, like Jacoby, I know you might not have a sign off. Think of one real quick. We're gonna get to you, man. You better think of one. And you too,
all right,
AO,
okay.
babe.
Yeah,
Okay.
AO got to practice. He got a show coming up with Mike the Vape and Ape. So they got to come up with some really good sign offs here because they're gonna have. To
I was
start
working on them
soon.
No. If you're having Mike the Vaping Ape, you need to come up with a lot of good comebacks.
Can we all
That's
just do the
true.
I'm not that
one?
bad. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you are, dude.
I think Mike the Vaping Ape should just have a show with Jared the Goat.
I
Oh,
tried
man.
that, but he wouldn't
We
come on
call
with
it
me.
Farm Animals Vaping Show.
No, that's what you call him and Ken in the room in a hotel room by themselves. By the way, Ken's a big spoon.
But my well, I guess I'll do my
Jared, if you're watching,
after
love you, buddy.
But Sean, go ahead and hit us with your exit because I love your exit.
You're gonna make me be the just right of the group right now. I mean,
Yeah, no, he goes
after me.
last.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna make you.
Hey, you got me dusty eyed. That's on you, buddy.
Awesome.
You're the reason why these people are in here right now. I hope you know that.
Listen, guys, you know it.
What, they wanted to meet an angry hippie? Why didn't they just go to California?
Yeah, no shit. God damn. But you know, it's truly an honor that people care what I think, that people want to hear what I have to say. Realistically, guys, I'm just an idiot who loves to vape. You can be an idiot that loves to vape too, just like me.
I'm just an idiot.
That's it. I'm no hero. I'm just somebody who cares. That's all it comes down to, man. So with that, y'all know what I'm going to tell you. Don't let the bastards get you down. Be cool. Don't be a dick. And yeah, let's keep it cloudy. And Pooney, let's hear yours.
I don't have. Thanks for having me on. I don't know. I'm still working on it here. I don't know.
I'm Poon Sauce McNasty, and I'm here, so Swags doesn't have to be.
I'm only here to
I'm
keep it
Poon
up.
Sauce McNasty. Did we remember the water?
I'm only here to keep it awkward, okay? Let me
Wait a minute. Hold on.
McNasty, a.k.a. Dunkle Croy. Like, you got so many to work with.
I'm on my lantern. I am Swanging's dad. You have a nice day, sir.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. It's always
Turn the
fun.
light off before you leave the room. I'm paying the electric bill here.
And Corey milks the goddamn cows.
Don't worry about my damn cows, man.
Man.
They'll get milked when they get milked, okay? Jeez. Christ.
No wonder I heard her mooing at 2 o'clock this morning.
If anyone in the chat is not in
That was
Discord,
probably me
this is what
mooing. It's
Discord
okay.
is just like. So I hope we all know that.
Corey, I got a sign off for you. It's later, and I'm serious. I'm not joking with you. I got one for you.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I said I'll tell you later. That way you can use it in upcoming shows. If I use it,
This
then
show's never gonna
look like you're
fucking end.
stealing it from me. So I'm your writer in behind the scenes. I got you.
By the way, this is like Discord and all day, every day.
Okay.
Don't keep.
Yeah, that's me. Keep it saucy.
Keep it saucy.
Yes, keep it saucy. I like that. That needs to stick. That needs to be.
There you go. You just created it.
It kind of gets a little sticky, but you'll get over it after time.
Can I do my sign off now?
Sure. You're up, Michelle.
Yes, ma'am.
Wubba lubba dub dub.
Watch That's What She Said Thursday nights on the Ruby Roo channel.
There we go.
Yeah, right. Or like,
Oh, and if
or
anyone
the-
wants to plug anything,
or the
your channel, whatever shows you're on, go ahead and do it. I'm
Oh,
fine.
do you think I should probably announce who my guest is tomorrow on my That's What Your Story?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes,
I'm
since
gonna-
I'm your leading act, go ahead.
I'm gonna have the lovely DIY freaking vanilla custard king himself, Mr. Overdrip, Uncle Chris.
Oh,
He is lovely.
nice.
Chris,
I'm
he's
having Uncle
lovely.
Chris on. I can't wait. It's
My
gonna be
Mordala.
amazing. You guys aren't gonna want to miss this thumbnail.
No,
No, I'm not.
It's gonna be beautiful.
I'm so excited.
It is awesome.
There's maple leaves covering areas
you,
that
Sean.
shouldn't be covered.
I'm so excited that I'm gonna give you the boosh for that.
And also a huge shout out to Erica who does who did all of my thumbnails.
She's
Does
the
all the
bomb.
thumbnails. She's the thumbnail queen. She's amazing.
Yes.
She doesn't
Me-
get enough credit than she
me and
deserves. So
Queen
Erica, I know
Supreme
you're
all
watching.
day.
I love you to death. You're awesome.
Happy
We are-
birthday weekend, Erica. Happy birthday
we are
weekend.
forever indebted to you, Erica, for all of that hard work. As somebody who does graphic work,
Thank you.
Namaste. Marissa,
Yeah.
how'd you say?
Pass it
Yeah.
off, man.
Blah, 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 blah. Who has stuff that can promo? Dan.
God. He's like, ah, shit, I'm on the spot.
IVC group, man. Come on.
Touch my monkey.
Come on, Dan. Come on. You can do it.
I'm on my Lanta. I'm the guy that knows people get you in touch with a.
I'll take a no bum covers for 200, Alex.
That was the worst Sean Connery accent you could probably
Dude, I
ever
can't
do.
do fucking accents, man.
I'll take.
Schmighty. Venus Mighty.
Venus Mighty for 200.
Your mother's a horseback.
This is fucking.
this show is going so off the rails. I love it.
It's so crazy.
All right, if this show gets deleted, it's not my fault.
I'm an Omi. I'm on Vaping with the Omis starting this Monday on Vaping with the Omis YouTube channel.
100
Come check us out.
Oh,
See,
Dan,
Jared,
what
speaking of the mic or suck it off.
is it? Is it called? Is it the Omis or what's the name of the channel?
The Texas chili. Oh, I thought-
Vaping with the
Well-
Omis
Okay.
YouTube channel. It'll show up, James's first and then a bunch of
Yeah.
videos.
I need to
but
subscribe.
that'll start changing. Yeah. Because if we get to 100 subs by Monday, we're gonna give away
Hey,
some
I
independent
didn't-
vapor juice.
I announced it last night on the show.
I know, and you did so good, and I thank you.
I did
and
well.
I'm pretty sure I told you that you did well.
Grammar
and
Nazi.
you just forgot. But you do that, so it's okay.
Let them know about the giveaway too.
Yeah, we gotta.
Everyone in here already knows about it, but go ahead and let them know. Just in case they watch the replay.
Independent Vapor Company is sponsoring the Omi show now, so there'll be
Oh,
more
cool.
giveaways and stuff on the Vaping with the Omis Facebook group. Go join that. Answer
Can
the
you give away
question.
helping friendly?
I cannot,
Oh, god damn it.
but
go
not-
buy yourself some helping friendly products at the Independent Vapor Company
Yes.
website.
yes.
I
Highly
highly
recommended.
recommend it there.
I don't know
but-
how much we can talk about that. I'm not trying to get anyone
It's helping friendly
channel ripped
juice.
down.
It's
So
helping friendly.
Go check out
E-liquid.
the friendly line, and I highly recommend their entire product line. Everybody on the panel knows I am a specialist on that topic, and I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Sean's amazing. I'm glad he likes it. It puts my faith more into it if Sean gives it his okay, because I don't make
Angry
this stuff.
hippie. If the angry hippie okays it, then it's
Yeah.
Some
That's a seal of
jerk on the
approval.
internet with dreadlocks uses those products, so
Yes.
you should probably listen to me.
It's got the angry hippie mushroom stamp of approval.
It'll call
There we go.
I'll give you a mushroom stamp, Shumi.
Join the Omis group. Go sub to the Vaping with the Omis YouTube channel.
Yeah.
If we get to 100 subs, 200 mils of juice will be given away. But we got to hit that 100. That's the goal. Once we get to the 100, then giveaway.
and on Facebook, answer the damn question.
Yeah, answer the damn questions.
I don't wanna.
Literally, you can answer one of the questions a certain way, and you'll automatically get in the group.
I'm pretty sure
Or
everyone
back
in
to
here
top.
already follows me on Instagram. I do a lot,
You have an
reposting on there.
Dan?
Yeah, I'm trying to catch Poon Sauce McNasty's Instagram, so go unsub from him and then sub to me just for a
Thanks,
day.
Thanks, jackass.
That's all I want in life. That's all. That's what makes me happy for some stupid reason. It just does.
My discomfort and pain in the nether regions cause you joy.
It's in your butt.
I felt it. I
But
felt it.
I've said it before. Michelle knows what I'm about to say, but shout out to Sidewalks for keeping me off the streets and off the streets from Poon Sauce driving.
Yes.
I'm not a bad fucking driver, damn it.
With the name of Poon Sauce McNasty, I don't know, but Dan,
That's hashtag debatable right there.
That's hashtag shut the hell up and fucking finish your side offs, damn it.
Coon crash.
That's all I got. I'm gonna pass it off to
Fucking shit.
Jacoby because I haven't heard him yet
Oh,
since I've been in
Think
here.
of one man.
We're gonna work on it for Jacoby. Something's gonna
Is
come.
he frozen again?
No, he's moving.
I hope he didn't mute himself.
He probably muted himself.
Jacoby, did you hear me?
It keeps going back to the same thumbnail.
Can he not hear me? He looks like he can't hear me. Ayo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can hear you fine.
Oh, Jacoby can hear me? Sign off, dude.
Man,
It's up to you.
my fucking internet. Sorry.
That Buckeye
Can you hear me?
cable bullshit.
I'm trying.
Where is he?
Bye, Jacoby.
He's in the middle of
using
Ohio
dial-up.
somewhere.
He's on AOL.com.
Yeah.
He's got mail.
Jacoby Vapes at AOL.com.
I heard he just got his new 2400 baud modem.
Well, he's having difficulty. Ayo, I'll pass it over to you.
Oh,
You've got mail.
All right. So we have a new show with Mike the Vaping Ape starting Monday called the Vape Corner. So tune in for that. And my whole sign off is just going to be don't give up your fight and fight for your right to vape.
Even if you work for NASA.
Amen.
Hey.
Just remember, he's always watching.
Hey, Ayo, what time does that start?
It's going to be in the afternoon. We're going to pin down a time and then we'll do a mass blast of the time and everything so everybody knows.
yeah.
If
It'll
you
be in
want-
the afternoon.
If you have a Instagram, post it in the chat so that way everyone can follow you and everyone can know what time it starts and everything so that we can post
Yeah,
it.
we'll get it out. We'll definitely get it out.
Nice. Go ahead and pass it off, Ayo.
You know he's going to me. You know he's going to me.
Don't go to him. Don't go to him.
Please don't go. Please.
All right. We'll go to Texas. Europe.
Thank God.
Me? God damn it.
He's too drunk to do a sign off. Change it to somebody else.
Come on.
Thank you. But anyway, okay, I want to promote one thing. Mr. Shane Oakley was in here earlier.
I thought you said no Pornhub channels.
After
This
show.
video's absolutely going to get pulled after the show. But,
Fucking Nick.
Mr. Shane Oakley was in here earlier. I want to really thank him, and I want to congratulate him. I had at least 3-4 people in Discord tell me to go ahead and put him as my co-host.
Fuck
And
yeah,
I
you
was
should.
thinking of it, so I want to thank everyone who supporting Mr. Shane Oakley. So
Shane Oakley is one badass motherfucker, and I am so happy he is going to be on a show with you, and you guys are going to fucking kill it, and I'm going to love every minute of it.
that's what I'm saying. I don't have to think of anything anymore. He can think of everything. 'Cause
I'm so glad like Shane has found a voice in the community with his shout outs, and now he's going to be on a show. Like, that dude's just top notch, dude.
I love how much love Dan just gave to Shane. He didn't give a shit, did he, AO?
yeah, but
Dude, you guys, I've talked to you guys. Shane was like really shy when I first met him.
Oh, I know.
He's
man.
come out of his shell. Mike, you
All right,
threw
you
the
evil
damn shell
Bob
down a
Dylan.
hill. You threw your shell down a hill. So now Shane's shell is with Corey's shell down at the bottom of the mountain.
All right.
but
Take it away, Jay.
everyone, vape on. Let's keep it cloudy. Let's go out there. Let's do something. Let's do the woe. It don't matter what you do, but let's go ahead and let's get off them cigs, man. Get off them butts. Keep vaping on, friend.
Don't tell me to get off my butt.
Save the earthworms.
And I'm gonna pass it off to Mike. Mike.
Oh, of course.
Hey, man, I gotta do.
All I gotta say is Ape Life is Vape Life, and the Vape Life is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Damn it.
The funny thing is, I just thought of it 5 minutes ago.
Mike, don't worry. I'll be there to tuck you in soon.
You're the big spoon, right?
You'll be feeling some kind of spoon. I don't know if
It's gonna be a long drive from Chicago to where I live. I'll be having nice radio.
Let me just say, you'll be awake the whole time.
Sauce, I have a sign off for you.
Oh God.
I'm
Let's hear it, Michelle.
I'm Poon Sauce McNasty, and you've been nastified.
Ooh.
No.
Someone's
Is
gonna
it
need to
Boom
see a
Blast?
doctor in the morning.
About to say, people are gonna be
Some
burning. Like
fucking
when they're gonna go to the bathroom in the morning and they're gonna be feeling
Oh, no,
a burning
you-
sensation.
Y'all missed it last night when Erica was talking about shoving a motorcycle up AO's ass.
Here we go.
Jacoby
hear a
and
vroom vroom?
Eat Everyday Vapor. Did you all get to? Do y'all sign off?
They did not. They are the only ones.
I got 2% battery left, so I'll just on myself.
I can relate.
Yeah.
He's E the Everyday Vapor. He makes Americano, the best coffee juice that's on this planet that I've tried. Get yourself some. You will not be disappointed.
Grindhouse. That's all we got to say.
Grindhouse Americano, bitch. That's
Jay?
what I'm talking about.
I think that it's your fiance, right?
Yes.
I think she needs to do an intro and an outro for us.
Hell yeah.
What's your intro and outro?
I don't know. Don't put me on spotlight right now.
You were the one
steal
screaming,
everything.
yes.
I do think I found that.
All right, Jacoby, you do yours, and then
That was like the ultimate wife
Mine
stealer.
right now.
Angel will do hers.
Yes.
Okay. Can everyone hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude.
Thank God. What the fuck?
Like cell phone sex. Can you film me now? How about now? Now?
I want to say thanks everybody for watching. I'm on Instagram, Jacoby Vape _SCFC. I do a thing, try to do a thing daily shout out. People doing positive things in the community. I've been slacking a little bit, but if you guys want to get a look at that, that'd be awesome. Otherwise, follow all my family here. There's a show almost every day, so you always got something to watch.
We're taking over.
Stooge life.
That's right.
Can't hear Jacoby.
BW. Oh shit! Sorry, wrong one.
You can't hear me?
What? You can call me a dick. It's okay.
Sorry, I don't have
You're
a
a
fake
dick.
life, ape life saying, or I don't wear size mediums, but
Whoa,
thanks for tuning in.
Hold on a fucking second here.
Ron Burgundy and
Jeez, fucking undercut, fucking punch over there, you little bastard. I'm just sitting here minding my own business, and you're pulling out the tiny T-shirt thing bullshit. Fuck that. You know. Okay.
All right, so I think it's Angel's turn, and then we're gonna cut this
Stop,
off.
goddammit! I'm in tears. Jesus.
Go ahead.
I'm scared. Like, how do I
Of what?
do this? I don't even
You
know.
just
I just
speak.
watched this and I don't even know what to say.
You just speak.
Okay.
Speak freely, my. Well, shit.
He's Swaggins is in the chat. Swaggins is in the comments. You can speak.
What, ghetto buddies in the comments? Hell yeah.
Okay. I have to say is vape on and keep the advocacy.
Keep the Hennessy flowing.
That's perfect.
Keep the Hennessy
Vape on and keep
Like
the Advocacy.
wildlife like no other.
I love it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Say advocacy. Keep
Like,
being an advocate.
can you tell him to let me be on here more often? Like,
Jay, let her
Yeah.
be on there more often.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on.
We
Yeah.
will. But as Mr. Sean Typhon always says, we don't always need advocates. Advocates are great. Let's get active out there. Let's get motivated. Anyone who's still watching, hope you got motivated from this fun show. The Texas Vape Chili, because sometimes we don't like stew, man. We like chili. Let's go out there, let's get some stew.
I found a lot of hair in this chili. I need to go talk to a manager.
There you go. Let's get some chicken and dumplings. Let's milk our cows.
Yes.
And
No,
let's
you
have
catch
fun
my
with
fucking
it.
cow, man. Let's go to
Where's
Frankfurt.
medium shirt?
Mike,
All right, guys.
you're
Hope y'all had
on
a
a
good
thin line
time.
here, buddy.
I'll see y'all later.
Good night.
Yeah.